Hey there, Scorpio. Happy 2026. We're going to jump right into seeing what your year holds for you. I will do one card that will talk about the overall theme of the year, and then we'll draw some supporting cards to talk about advice and also a little bit more insight into what you need to work on. All right, so let's get into it, Scorpio. What is your overall theme for the year? Queen of Swords. All right, that's a beautiful card. Love that card. Queen of Swords is quite frankly about somebody who takes no shit, okay? Very no nonsense. Doesn't mean that, you can't have fun or laugh or, anything like that, but it does mean that when something comes to you that doesn't feel right, okay, that doesn't present correctly, that just feels off to you, because Scorpios are very intuitive, right? You are going to call it. You will either call this person on it or call the situation as it is or call yourself on something, or you will cut it away from you. Okay, so Queen of Swords, like I said, no nonsense. This is somebody who is very quick to really just reveal the truth about things and doesn't have any, guilt about it. Okay. And, the Queen of Swords could come off like with a sharp tongue, but there are going to be times this year that, normally you would have met with a sharp tongue that you might just be like, you know what, it is not worth my time. I'm just going to cut this out of my life. Okay. Let's see what else is around. All right. So, you're going to be doing the Six of Wands is about movement forward. Sometimes it's about traveling. Sometimes it's actually about moving locations. But you're really in a space this year where you're like, I have got to make some movement. Like I cannot stay still. I cannot be in stasis. I need to move forward. So what does that mean? Does that mean that if it's a kind of a mental stagnation that you're like, I have to maybe go travel a little bit just to kind of shake things up, get some new experiences, maybe take a different workshop so I can meet new people or learn new things. It's going to be something where you're moving forward in it. If you are currently in a space that you don't like living in, like your particular home or even the state you're in or even the country you're in, you could be really focusing on like, how do I make that happen, and using the logic of the Queen of Swords to really decide that for yourself. Like, is this just some fantasy or can I really make this work? So a lot of research may go into that as well. Six of Wands is also about movement forward. So, this could be forward movement with your goals, really deciding how you're going to do that, research into that, moving further away from situations that no longer serve you. Okay. All right. And the Ten of Pentacles, Scorpios are going to want some money this year. Like, this is very clear. Like, Scorpio is very much like, all right, I got to make this happen. I'm no longer going to worry about these petty things, these 3D things like finances. I really need to get my shit together and move forward so that I can really make it happen for myself. I would like to be wealthy. I would like to not have to worry about these types of things that are holding me back. So again, with that Queen of Swords energy, you're going to be very much moving forward and cutting out things in your life that may be holding you back. So you may be taking a look at your finances where you're like, okay, what things do I absolutely not need to have? So even things like subscriptions to things, taking a look at that. I'm going to cut that out. I never use that, or, different things that you're going to look at with your finance that you're going to be like, I don't use this. So I'm not going to spend this money anymore. I have a goal to save. This job is not paying me enough. Let me look into other ways to make money, or maybe even leaving this job behind with that Six of Wands, right? So that's forward movement for sure. Like, Scorpio is very much on this, kick of like, I have to make movement. Now, the Devil card here is, the Devil card is not always bad. It gets a bad reputation, but it's really not bad. It really is about passion and, being able to utilize your gifts to get what you want. Okay. The negative about the Devil could be that, sometimes we're tempted to stay where we are even though we're not comfortable there. So there may be times, Scorpio, this year that you're like, yeah, I'm not happy at this job. I'm not happy in this relationship, but you know what? It's better than, than being alone, or, it's better than, worrying about, money, and I don't really want to go through the process of interviewing. It could be that temptation to stay stagnant. Okay. The Devil card also could be about, you know, um, addictions. Okay. So, it doesn't necessarily have to be addictions in the realm of like drugs or alcohol or sex or anything like that. It could be being addicted to a situation that definitely doesn't serve you. So this may be something that you will have to really take an honest eye to with that Queen of Swords and look at it and say, is this something that's actually good for me? Or is this something that's really preoccupying my mind, where I'm so worried about what this person is doing or what is happening in this situation that I am not able to put that towards the path that I want to be on. So this year is going to be really big for you to take a look at that. And I feel like that's what that Devil card really means for a lot of you. All right, let's see what else is here. Four of Swords. Okay, Four of Swords is about resting. Okay, so, again, this is about, taking a very logical look at things. Now, the Queen of Swords, in the darker aspect, can be somebody who's very cold and who just cuts shit off. Like, you piss me off, you're gone, right? But this may be something that you'll have to kind of temper, to be able to say like, all right, this is really pissing me off right now, but let me take a step back and just rest for a while to really see what this is, what I can do with this. Is this something that I need to leave behind? Or is it something that I need to reorganize? What is really the thing that's going on here? And that Four of Swords is about resting mentally to be able to really kind of figure out the inner workings of something, okay? To decide what to do with it. So in short, Scorpio, it's going to be a year of movement for you for sure. You'll just have to kind of use the Queen of Swords energy with care so that you're not like preemptively cutting off things that could maybe, work in the future. But it's also about being able to see what this Devil card is for you this year. Is it an outdated situation? Is it an outdated coping mechanism? Is it something that really is tempting you to stay stagnant? Whatever that is, you're going to really want to rely on that Six of Wands energy to move forward. I hope this was helpful, Scorpio. If you would like a one-on-one reading with me, go ahead and email me at the email address below. Thanks so much. Bye.